Hey cleaning family, it's Carolyn Arellano, your cleaning business mentor. And in today's YouTube video, we are going to discuss why documentation matters within your cleaning business. So be sure to stick around for the entire video. Welcome back, cleaning family. When I first started my cleaning business back in 2018, I had no idea that I needed documentation for my cleaning business. I was scrambling, as a matter of fact, to try to figure out on the internet what was even included in a standard deep or move-in, move-out cleaning. Now, I did tons of research. However, I learned most of what I know now through trial and error and going through my own mistakes. So don't feel bad if you guys don't have the documentation that we're going to talk about in this video. And if you guys are interested in grabbing your own customizable, downloadable internal forms for your cleaning business, please be sure to check out the link in the description of this video, because you guys know I have got you covered. Now, first, let's talk about why documentation matters within your cleaning business. Proper documentation is the backbone of a successful cleaning business. It helps manage client expectations, helps maintain legal compliance, and helps streamline the operations of your cleaning business. Forms like contracts, estimates, cleaning checklists, and invoices are going to help you maintain clear communication with your clients, which will lead you to less disputes and headaches. Now let's talk about just a few of these internal forms that are necessary to have as a cleaning business owner. Now, number one, we are going to talk about service contracts and agreements. And now these can be both for residential or commercial cleaning clients. Now, these contracts, what they're going to do is outline the scope of work so that your client knows what is included with every cleaning. You're going to go over all of your terms and conditions, which are going to include your cancellation policy, any liability clauses, and of course, terms of payment. Now, I want you to be very, very careful whenever you are going to give a contract to a residential or a commercial cleaning customer, even including the contracts that I have for you guys in those templates. I need you guys to read through every single line, because although you might have a pretty solid template from a previous company, or maybe a friend of yours gave you some information, or maybe you went to LegalZoom and you already have some templates, you really want to go through line by line, because some of the terms in there may not apply to your business. So I know that they are pretty lengthy and, maybe a little bit boring to read, but be sure you go through them, because my payment terms may not be your payment terms, or the payment terms on the contracts that you got for a friend or off the internet are not your payment terms. So make sure to go ahead and go through all of those. But with the service contract, it's very important, because like I mentioned, you're going to go over the scope of work. So your client needs to know what is included. Okay. They need to know the frequency of that. So if you're going to say that the bathrooms are cleaned every day, make sure you do mean every day that you're there, not Tuesday and Thursday. And if it is Tuesday and Thursday, be very specific. If your terms are net 30, make that clear. If they're net 15, maybe you charge ahead of time. Whatever that is, maybe you require a deposit. Make sure all that information is in there, because once you sign that contract and you have your client look over it, it's a pretty much done deal for that allotted amount of time in that service agreement. Hey cleaning family, if you guys are interested in learning how to operate your very own multi-six-figure cleaning business, please be sure to head over to my full website, www.cleaningbusinessmentor.com. So the next piece of documentation that we are going to talk about are client quotations. If you're in the residential space, we typically send out quotes to our clients. Now, of course, they do get instant quotes online through our booking forms. However, we still like to send them a follow-up quotation via email. Now, in this quote form, what are we doing? We are giving them, again, a breakdown. Okay, so we are going to tell them what type of cleaning this quote is for, what day this quote is for. We're going to talk about the checklist. So what is included in this move in, move out cleaning? We are going to list any of the extras. So anything additional outside of that scope of work. We're going to give them the price breakdown as to, what the estimate is. We're going to let them know about how many people will be coming, and we even talk about how long the cleaning should take because we do charge hourly. Now, for us, it's really important just to spell all that out, even though possibly the client booked online, because we always want to be repetitive. The more that you say something, the less chance you're going to have for a headache. So if the client reads, that the walls are not included on the website, and then they have a follow-up email saying that the walls are not included, if they have a complaint later on about why are my walls not included, well, ma'am, it was on the website, it's on the FAQ, and it was sent to you in that quotation. So that is another form that is very important. Now, another form is invoices, okay? An invoice is essentially a bill that you're going to give your client. And, everybody should be getting invoice. If it's a commercial cleaning client, depending on the frequency that you charge them and bill them, you could be invoicing them for 30 days. We have some accounts that pay us weekly, so we invoice them weekly. It can be a residential clean that you have to invoice for the cleaning. And it's really important to invoice everybody because you are giving them the, total cost of the service. You're letting them know, when that has to be paid. It might be due upon payment if you need payment immediately, net 15, net 30, whatever that is. But invoices are very important to be giving your clients because everybody wants a receipt or an invoice of the transaction that is going on between the client and your company. Invoicing is also going to be beneficial to you because you will know who owes you what and when they should be paying. So invoices is another form of documentation that you should have as a cleaning business owner. And again, you guys, all of these forms of documentation that we're going through, I do have for sale on my website. All you have to do is check out the link in the description of this video. They're customizable, downloadable, and they are readily available for you. Now, we're just going to go back a little bit and we're going to talk about the importance of being transparent. Now, I think transparency is super duper important within my cleaning business. Now, of course, I learned this along the way, making a ton of mistakes. I'll give you a couple examples. So, for example, one time we went in to do a move in, move out cleaning, and I didn't specify on the checklist whether or not we were going to clean this person's basement. Well, guess who had to clean his basement? It was me. Okay, so having those cleaning checklists. There have been times where, again, we didn't specify whether, something was included in the cleaning, like a post-construction clean one time. I didn't specify whether the walls were included or not. So when the walls weren't cleaned, I got a customer complaint. They charged back the card. It was a whole big thing for me, but it was a learning experience. So having the proper documentation, what it's going to do is minimize your risks, okay? And that is what you want to do as a cleaning business owner or as an owner, a business owner in general, is minimize your risks. I, again, like to say things on my website. I have a complete page dedicated to frequently asked questions. And I have all these different questions and the responses to them. So I can always say, well, that was on our FAQ page. When our clients are checking out on our instant booking forms, okay, on those forms, I have repetitive information, deposit policy, cancellation policy. This is an estimate. We talk about pets and all of those things. Then, as I mentioned, after they book through our Zen-made forms, we send them this automated email letting them know, this is your quote. We are just always being repetitive and transparent because I want my clients to know this is what you're getting, this is what you expect, and this is what we expect from you, right? So, another great forum to talk about, actually segueing into our customer guidelines. Now, I didn't know I needed customer guidelines for my residential cleaning. Okay, I learned the hard way. And if you guys have seen any of my videos, I go into detail about showing up the cleans that have no running water, no electricity, no heat in the dead of winter, no air conditioning in the middle of summer. So I went through all of these cleanings where things just went south, and I ended up coming up with customer guidelines. So customer guidelines for us are what we expect from our client, right? So it's not all the time of what they expect from you, but what do you expect from your client? So I'll just go over a couple of things that are in my customer guidelines, which are, must have running water, must have electricity, must have working air conditioner, must have working heat, must keep pets in a disclosed location. We do not clean rodent poo. We do not clean homes that are infested with bugs. We do not clean with firearms out in the home. All of these things that you need to have your client understand. So back to the clear communication and transparency. Because one thing you don't want to do is show up to someone's home and be like, oh, hey, sorry guys, we don't clean roaches, right? This has happened to me. And the client goes, well, where does it say that? Like, you didn't tell me that. I already paid you the deposit. Now you're here to clean. So moral of the story is, you guys, be transparent as possible. And then there's a ton of other forms that you're going to need from the employee aspect, right? So we talked a lot about customer service. We talked a lot about the forms and documentation that you will need with your residential and commercial cleaning clients. Now, with your employees, there is a lot of documentation you will need as well. So those checklists, those can be used for employees and they can be used for your clients. Employee handbooks. What are your employees going to expect? Drug consent forms. We have background check forms. We have non-disclosure agreements that we have our employees sign. If you have a subcontractor, we have subcontractor agreements. We have direct deposit forms for your employees to fill out and give you. Okay, and then of course there are forms that you're going to use internally as well, not for your employees, for them to see, not to share with them, but for your team. We have disciplinary forms for your employees. And of course, we have a ton of marketing documentation within our cleaning business. So we have, email templates that we use for our commercial cleaning clients, checking in on them. We have letters that we send for price increasing throughout the year for all of our clients. There is just so many different templates that, a cleaning business owner is going to need. And I believe we have about 75 internal different documents. If you guys are interested, again, please go ahead and check out the link in the description of this video. All of the forms that I've created for you guys are editable and customizable, so you can change the text, you can add your logo, you can edit, because not everyone's business is the same. However, we have taken a lot of the work out for you guys. So I hope you guys did find this video informational and educational. There are a number of forms that we do need as cleaning business owners, and until you get to a place where you need it, then you won't realize that. So rather than being in that jam, go ahead and check out the internal form links bundle that we will have in the description of this video for you guys. And we hope to see you next time.